Imagine it's 2 million years ago. The sun has just dipped below the horizon, and within minutes, your world, the world you've spent all day navigating, simply disappears. There are no streetlights, no flashlights, no glowing screens, and most importantly, there is no fire. For us modern humans, the night is a time to binge watch a show or scroll through our phones. But for our ancestors, the night wasn't a break. It was a 12-hour hostage situation. We were a species of the day, trapped in a world of shadows, surrounded by predators who could see perfectly in the dark. So how did we spend those thousands of nights in total darkness? What did we actually do when we couldn't see our own hands in front of our faces? Today, we're going back to the time before the flame to discover the terrifying, quiet, and strangely social reality of the prehistoric night. In the daylight, we were becoming the masters of our environment. We had stone tools, we had social cooperation, and we were incredibly good at tracking prey. But the moment the sun set, our status on the food chain plummeted. Unlike the big cats, the saber-toothed tigers, or the giant hyenas, we don't have a tapetum lucidum. That's the reflective layer behind the retina that makes animal eyes glow at night and allows them to see in near total darkness. To a leopard in the Pleistocene, we weren't a clever tool user. We were a slow, blind, and noisy protein snack. This created a biological imperative that still lives in us today: nyctophobia. Our deep-seated, irrational fear of the dark isn't a glitch in our brains. It's an evolutionary scar from the millions of years we spent huddled in the blackness, knowing something was out there. So if we couldn't fight back at night, what did we do? We went up. Before we mastered fire and moved into the deep safety of caves, we were tree sleepers. Much like modern chimpanzees, our ancestors, specifically Australopithecus and early Homo habilis, likely built sleeping platforms or nests high in the canopy. But here's the weird historical detail. Sleeping in a tree isn't as restful as a memory foam mattress. To keep from falling out while asleep, our bodies developed a unique clamping reflex. We had to remain semi-conscious of our physical position even in deep REM sleep. This is why, even today, you might experience a hypnic jerk, that sudden feeling of falling right as you're drifting off. That's your ancient brain checking to make sure you're still securely tucked into your branch. If you're stuck in a tree or a shallow rock overhang for 12 hours with nothing to look at, what do? You bond. Scientists believe that the pre-fire night was the primary driver for human social intimacy. Because we couldn't use our eyes, our other senses moved to the forefront. We relied on touch and sound. This was the era of social grooming. In the dark, we sat close together, feeling the warmth of the person next to us, picking salt and parasites off each other's skin. It sounds gross to us now, but this tactile contact released oxytocin, the bonding hormone. The night was also when we developed our nocturnal vocabulary. Since we couldn't see gestures, we had to rely on grunts, hums, and early proto-language to communicate safety or alarm. The darkness forced us to talk to each other before we even had words. We often think that 8 hours of sleep is the natural human state. But before fire, that would have been a death sentence. Our ancestors likely practiced segmented sleep. We would sleep in short bursts, waking up frequently to check the perimeter or listen for the snap of a twig. This hypervigilance is the reason why many of us still wake up at 3 a.m. for no apparent reason. Your brain is performing an ancient security check, making sure the predators haven't found your nest. Everything changed around 1.5 million years ago when Homo erectus finally tamed the flame. Fire didn't just give us light, it gave us the extra day. It allowed us to move from the trees to the ground, creating a protective barrier that no animal dared to cross. The next time you're lying in bed and feel a slight chill when the lights go out, remember, that's just a 2-million-year-old memory. We spent far longer in the dark than we ever have in the light. Before fire, the night was a time of terror, but it was also the time we truly became us. If you want to know more about how our ancestors survived the impossible, check out our video on how ancient humans traveled the world. Stay curious. We are history.